Hello there everybody, it's Aidan here today, and I'm going to be showing you a LEGO catalog from I think 1995. Now I'm afraid that I can't be sure because I've looked at this and there's no date in it at all. Though on the back here, in this little advertisement for the LEGO Builders Club, I saw the date right here, March 31st, 1995. So I'm thinking that this probably might be from 1995, but I can't be sure, so please don't it's from the 1990s. I know that for sure. Sometime close to 1995, probably before though. But anyway, back to the topic. This is going to be a bit unique from other catalog flip through videos that you've seen because first off, I'm a kid that's giving his own opinions on sets that are more than 20 years old. So I wasn't around for this. So I'm going to be giving my opinion on 1990 sets, and real quickly, I love them. So let's get started. I'm not going to babble for too long. So on this left page first, we have got the Lego Maniac. Okay. Interesting colored shorts. And then we got some table of contents, which has got a couple of the different themes we'll be seeing. And then we're going to jump right in with Ice Planet. Now, I know many people really like this theme. It's kind of interesting the background they did for this image. I'm a really big fan from back in, like, 2008, when they had in the back of the LEGO sets, like, fully brick-built backgrounds. This is kind of interesting, that terrain they did with the, I don't know. And then there's some sets. Interesting spaceship. I'm trying not to be redundant, so I'm just looking through, and then, okay. This is a set that I think is super cool right here. This is a cool monorail. I really love some of the monorail sets, but they're very expensive these days, and Beck Brick Dad once had the original monorail that they did. And I think this one, it's just kind of cool. It's got these switches and all these different places you can go to, and a very unique color scheme for this background. It's got, like, transparent blue, some yellow. Then we got Spyrus, another space theme. I love classic space. Oh, you're going to learn that. Space Police 2. I like the original Space Police stuff. I think that's cool. I think it's kind of cool how you can go and you have, like, the little prison pods that are detachable, and they're different for every Space Police they've done. So this is Space Police 2. So, figure pack, a couple spaceships. Ooh, and castle. Now I'm going to start being opinionative. So this dragon stuff, I'm sorry if I'm insulting you, I think it's kind of odd. I'm sorry, it's just the dragons, they're interesting. They're not bad, but they're just not for me. Just different, I guess. Though over here, some floating islands, so they're doing a wizard theme. That's a pretty cool castle. Black and gray, the gate on one side. I think this is, yeah, the Black Knight's Castle. I think that those are super rare pieces there. Those are very rare. The yellow half-timbered look. I think that one of the sets that has got those is widely believed to be one of the most realistic castle sets that have ever been done. We have this set somewhere. We took it apart, though. I know we have this one. Interesting. The glow-in-the-dark ghost. I remember they really advertised that, and I've seen. Oh, Pirates. Okay, so Pirates has been out for 6 years at the time of this catalog, or something close to 6. That's an interesting. They did white. Then there's this. It's a small one. Do we have this one, Jacob?
I don't think so.
Oh, they were pointing at it. So I was like, oh, do we have that one? Probably have the parts in it, though. That's interesting. Is that yellow they used for the sand?
Yeah, they didn't have tan back then.
Well, they might have, but that's interesting. They used yellow for the sand, and it's an interesting pirate ship because normally they've done, like, yellow, but I don't think, or other things, like in the original for the little detailing color, but white, I don't think I've seen white before, so that's interesting. There's some, and then and then you can see the background little setups. Those are kind of cool, and then showing the different factions. Yeah, I love these cool little dioramas. Once again, I especially love the ones that they did for Lego City back in the day. And then here's are the Islanders. And here's, yeah, we have this one, or at least most of this one. I think we also might have most of this one too, or one that's similar to this. some interesting, cool structures. And there's a figure pack. And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool how they used to give you base plates back in the day, because you had a lot more space to play with the stuff. And these big play sets, and sets were generally just kind of the area they took up were larger because they were a bit more basic. And then, we're moving on to my all-time favorite theme on the next page, I guess. Town. Oh, that's interesting. The Imperial Trading Post. I didn't know that was out in 1995. Huh. Interesting. And then there's another. This is an Imperial ship, Imperial Guard. So technically, small boat set. Little tiny smaller fort, and yeah, my favorite factions are always the British type looking guys, the redcoats. I'm not a pirate, I'm a redcoat fan. And then you see a bit of a ship battle, and then a bunch of coins over there with some real sand. Now we're moving on to my favorite theme, town. So this is kind of an interesting, because normally I think I've seen them where they, like those past ones almost look like they've been real Legos, but this looks totally like it might be even computer graphics, or at least computer graphics enhanced, because like that's flying, and it just kind of looks like over here, that looks kind of like early CGI almost, like computer. I don't know, it's just kind of an interesting change.
And how his hat's in the air?
Yeah. Okay, this is a cool one. I like this. It's a bit of a dock and some boats, and that's the plane that was on the front. Little raft. It's kind of interesting. And bit of some skyline and such in that image. This is some of my favorite stuff. I'll talk about that in a minute. Race. Not the race isn't my favorite stuff. Still pretty cool. And then that's kind of interesting. There's a truck with a bunch of cars inside of crates. Then there's that Hot Rod Club. I've seen something about that before. Some interesting stuff. Yeah, this looks very CGI. I mean, like how that is. I know that they had these suspension pieces back then, but just how that is partially up and down. How that's on its side. I don't know. It just seems kind of more CGI. Like how is he like getting in, or I wonder what's going on with him. The same guy's up there. Okay, so a bit more of the scene.
And how this is in the air, kind
Yeah.
of doing a turn motion.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this airport and I love it. This is one of my favorite sets, the Century Skyway, and I haven't shown you my one yet in a video, but I eventually will. But I've gone and I've turned this section. I've built a terminal, and I turned this into like a covered walkway, and then I built a hangar, and I just really do love this set. This is one of my favorites. I've also got this one, and it's another cool one. I've got this one fixed, but the rest of it's deconstruction. But I love this set too. I want to get this one. I'm making it my mission to get this set. This is so cool. I love space exploration, and I really like, it's got like a cool truck, a space shuttle, and then a little car and 2 motorcycles, of those old motorcycles that are so cool. This is a kind of a fine small plane. It's interesting. It's a pusher prop. Huh. We have this one too.
It comes with an exact duplicate of the Octane little fueling tank in that one.
That's interesting. Nice pointing that out. Another pusher prop plane. They're really pushing the pusher prop planes. Pun intended once I figured out that it was a pun. This is an interesting one. I was thinking about eventually getting it, but I don't know. It's interesting. Printed water on the plate. All these specialized base plates. This is widely regarded. I think this is a very famous set, and it was new back then. It's interesting. Small little pizza. We got another pizza shop. We have this one. It's deconstructed too. It's interesting. I've noted these big like airplane canopy fronts. I've heard comments about those before. It's just interesting. This is interesting. A little surf shack. Well, that's kind of cool how they did the roof using the palm tree leaves to make it look kind of palm tree. Let me see if I can get that to focus
Tropical?
better. Yeah, tropical looking. And then interesting little car, some figures, and the old base plates that are all dark gray. We got some of those somewhere. if you've seen our city, you can notice that they're on there. And then you got another big scene that's focusing on rescue, and there's some more sets over here. Very unfinished looking helicopter. I would not ride in that.
I like the Octane truck there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Interesting police station. I like police stations a lot. The fire station is kind of unique with like one tall tower. Looks like some people crowding up and surveillance squad. This is a kind of a cool boat. Kind of a little bad guy boat. It's interesting how Lego sets have changed. I mean, these are so much, the scale is so different. And stuff was cheaper too, though then again, inflation. That's a fine police station. I don't know. I really like the one from 2008 because that's the one I've got. Interesting fire station. I've seen good stuff said about this set before. We have this one. Once again, interesting. Helicopters have not changed much. I mean, if you get that one and put it next to a modern police helicopter, it's basically the same thing but modernized. Well, this is interesting. A police jet plane. I really like airplanes, if you've noticed what I've said about the other sets. But I don't know how the police would use a jet fighter to go and catch criminals. Still cool, though. I like the idea. That's a pretty good boat. It's interesting. It looks like it's built up, not on a big hole. And then we've got Paradisa. I'm not going to say any comments about these because I don't know what to say. A lot of people like these. Well, no, a lot of people like these, and they were trying to go and... I don't want to say anything controversial here, but so I'm not going to say anything.
The next one's not as good.
Yeah, Belleville. That's kind of... It's interesting. Definitely new. It's weird. I've noticed when I was looking at this earlier, sorry, I did look at this before the video. All of these big preformed pieces, I mean, that's one piece. That's one piece. Those are one piece. I mean,
you can't really even tell it's Lego. Yeah,
it almost looks like Lego's been it's going into their new phase. Trains. That's a pretty detailed looking train station.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a unique tanker. I mean, usually you see them as one big cylinder, but no, that's like too small. It's an interesting little forklift, though. I'd probably want to have maybe like a little covered section for that. The 9-volt era.
Train is nice looking.
Yeah, lots of people like this. It's a pretty good looking cargo train. We've got one that's also a modernized version that almost of this because it's got a red cab. Lots of red trains I've noticed actually. Oh, this is 2 police boats. Oh, these ones actually float, so they're not built up. These boats, they really float. That's a pretty cool fire boat. I like how you can land the helicopter on the back.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, model team. I don't care much for stuff that can be displayed, but this looks awesome.
Yeah, I really like the jet.
Yeah, it's cool, like a jet plane transporter and Mach 2, so it must be a very fast training or stunt jet. But so I said, I don't really care for stuff that you just display, unless you count that Saturn V rocket that Lego did through Lego Ideas. I do like that. But generally, I don't care much for display stuff, but that's just cool.
I don't think a big rig should be on that little tiny bridge, though.
Yeah, it doesn't quite make sense why maybe it's...
in a desert.
Yeah.
Probably want an airfield to take off that
Pretty cool looking boat there. Interesting truck. And we're nearly at the end. Technic. I don't really care for Technic.
Me neither.
Though actually, I think it's cool though that with the modern stuff, how you can motorize them and create like a Lego RC car. Yeah. That is cool. Look, another plane.
Like the new Batman one?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's not technically Technic, but like the power functions.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. This was before they had the lift arms, so let's go through that. And we're nearly at the end, so this is advertising the Lego Builders Club.
I really like how you could just buy parts.
Oh yeah, I wish that they bring this back, Lego. I mean, I think so many people were, you get like a pack of figures.
Like a pack of just printed parts or stickered parts.
That.
Minifig accessories, it looks like. Transparent and clip pieces, antennas.
Yeah. Lego
road plates, transparent.
Yeah, Lego should bring this back. And
lots of accessories here.
Oh yeah, the castle accessories. Not bad prices either.
These look like Pirates accessories.
Yeah, pirate stuff. And then a couple of smaller booster sets.
Old brick separator right there.
And an interesting little thing I thought I'd point out. So if I think now gone, sadly, Lego Club, which was free. It's interesting. This old one is really interesting because you had to pay for it. $8 for 2 years. Then again, you did get this little bonus race car, but still, it's really interesting. You had to pay for it back then. Weird. And on the back, there's a couple more.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah,
there.
I want to get that set. Hopefully, maybe.
I would buy this. This comes with a lot of good stuff.
I really like this book. We have 2 copies of it. Really great inspiration.
Lots of nice minifigs to populate your city, and
Yeah.
I like all the different foliage there.
Interesting machine he's holding there. A pothole patcher. I like trash trucks, or recycle truck, I guess here. I want to bring you a video of my Lego set one that's now retired, though. I think I'll get to work on that soon. Backhoe. This is a pretty good looking backhoe.
Yeah, that's really good looking.
This one looks kind of
so
futuristic, though. And that's it. So this is how you can go shop at home, because this was before the internet. Or, actually, I think the internet was around back here, but it wasn't very a big thing, or I don't know if it was as accessible. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, and please tell us what you think. I hope that this was an okay catalog look through, and that I hope that you liked all the sets in here and that as much as I do. And I also hope that I never didn't insult anyone, because it's okay to have a different opinion than me. And also, one sec. This is the best airport. This is the best airport. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.